Hi everybody, I am Brian Mullins the Fox here, back to you all but with another top 10 list video, the last one I did about Disney or SFC number 19. But instead of ranking from best to worst as to how much worse, it's ranked from least important to most important, from number 10 to number 1. Here we go. Number 10, make sure that you know what you're talking about. Just make sure that you aren't just pulling shit out of your ass and simply throwing it at a wall, hoping something sticks for no reason. Don't even do it if you have a reason to. Just know what you're talking about so you don't sound like a total drop kick. Number 9. Never make an out-of-pocket or baseless prediction based on nothing. If you can't find recurring patterns, consistent enough trends, or even find that one event has something in common with another, don't make the prediction. Number 8. Take only real information that anyone can verify, understand how it happened, the way it did, why, and even as to whether or not it will happen again. Don't just concoct a batshit insane conspiracy theory with no basis, truth, reality, or even no patterns at all to begin with. Number 7. Pattern seeking. Study the very basis of a pattern or trend before you can definitively determine whether or not there are patterns that end up demonstrating the same goddamn effect. Number 6. Central themes, or things one event has in common with another. What's more important than number 7 is the 6th entry on this list. Central themes are paramount to even consider or account for when finding patterns that follow and demonstrate the existence of said themes and the same effect. Like for example, in the last short form rant I made about my culture shock forecast for 2025, 2026, and 2027, I did exactly this. I analyzed what they all had in common, how demoralization ended up backfiring, and why. If one event in the past has one or two things in common with what's happening at present, the same will be true for future events, as long as you follow the logic behind it all to its most extreme. If you don't have to follow your own logic to its extreme, that's a sign that you're doing something right. Number 5. Look to the past in general. Account for patterns, central themes, things a past event has in common with the very event you're predicting will happen in the future. You will stumble upon some bits of foreshadowing here and there, and when you do, you're in good company. Number 4. Recurring trends and main events and the aftermath for such. These recurring trends and main events, past and present, will give you enough evidence and context for you to determine what might actually end up happening in the future. If you don't have consistent and persistent enough recurring trends, or find anything in common with the aftermath for such at all, or find that none of the events you're using for your forecast have nothing to do with one another in any way, well, you're shit out of luck. This is absolutely vital, and once you find all the consistent trends and central themes being theoretically and realistically the same at the same time, then you can determine people with giving some hints as to what might transpire with some foreshadowing, because people are inherently self-interested and they can change their traditions or whatnot on a whim, because people change. Now with number 3, cause and effect. Cause and effect should not just be a concept to you, but putting it in practice demonstrates that you will learn how to catch hints for future events by looking to the past. If you predicted that Trump would win in 2016 despite all polling and were right, just look to the past, and if you also predicted the same outcome for 2024 and got that right as well, you understand that cause and effect and pattern seeking go together hand in hand. Number 2, the timing of said prediction. Don't go and absolutely predict that something will happen until the timing is right. You can't just predict that in a decade from now, something far too specific and uncertain at the drop of a hat would happen without pattern seeking, cause and effect, recurring trends, etc. And finally, the most important one on this list. Number 1, make a forecast for a future event as though you could be wrong. Most importantly, challenge yourself. Make the prediction/forecast not because you know deep down that you're right. Don't make them because you know it's most likely to happen. Make the prediction/forecast as though you could be wrong and as if there's a higher chance of it not happening at all. miss even one tiny microscopic hint of foreshadowing, and a minor reference here or there still has the undeniable effect and probability of rendering anyone's realistic prediction wrong and useless. Hell, go as far as to try to prove yourself wrong confidently and prove yourself wrong again by proving yourself right. Keep on doing this until there's no need to anymore, so that you work your hardest when the eyes aren't on you, and you can successfully pull off a successful forecast of events that directly happened as you predicted much easier when the eyes are on you. And for now, that's about it. I'm Brian Mullins the Fox, signing out. Just be careful when making forecasts and predictions, people. Bye.